Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video we're going to talk to you about what you can grow in March and go through what we're planning on sowing this month. March is when things start getting a bit more exciting for gardeners. The days are getting longer, the weather is much nicer. In fact, remember last year March was a heat wave. It's also an important month for sowing seeds. You can even start growing some hardy crops outside, like leeks, parsnip, peas and spinach, but we'll get onto that later.
Although you can start sowing some vegetables outside in March, like carrots and peas and some others, a lot of the tender annuals need to be started indoors or in greenhouses. Behind us we've got windowsill full of seedlings already that we have been sowing throughout January and February, but it's not too late to sow those in March as well. We've got some peppers, chilies, tomatoes, aubergines and lots of different flowers as well, already sprouted and growing strong on the windowsill. And for that we're not using any fancy heating mats or propagators. We just used whatever we found around the house. Whether it would be a plastic bottle cut in half with the other half being used as a lid to create greenhouse effect, or trays from the supermarket that come with the mushrooms, something that you ordered online that's been packaged in a lot of plastic. Just get creative. We've not invested a penny in propagators or seed trays. We're just reusing whatever we found around the house or in the garden from previous years.
Yeah, and it seemed to work quite well last year, didn't it?
Yeah, and we're using a lot more this year. We're first time using the loo rolls as well for seedlings this year. Everyone's got those. Oh, and the egg trays are perfect for chitting potatoes. So we've had a few of those lying around. You'll find things.
One thing you can start planting in March is early crop potatoes. You can grow them in a variety of ways, directly in the ground, in pots, or this year we're going to try and grow them in tyres. I've already created a video last week that shows you step by step of how we're going to grow them. First of all though, they need to be chitted in a dark, dry and cool place, which is basically, you can put them in something like an egg tray and you leave them in this dark place for about 2 weeks, and then the sprouts will start to grow, and when they're about that sort of length they're ready to plant out.
However, if you're not ready, nothing's going to happen if you keep them for another week or two. So there's quite a few things we can sow directly outside in March. Things like peas, manched out, some early carrots. We've got a few varieties of beetroot. We're going to be sowing in a few weeks probably. Squashes and courgettes. Ideally you sow them indoors because they are quite tender and they don't like the frost. Or if you've got a greenhouse, something like that, to keep them away from accidental frost. So last year we've sown them indoors and grown them on the windowsill, and only planted them out once the threat of the frost was completely gone, so sometime in May I believe.
March is a good time to sow all summer fruiting vegetables that originate in hot countries. They need a long time to ripen, so it's good to get ahead. We actually sown ours last month, but there's no reason you can't start now. We actually sown some in January and February, but you can get going again now and there's plenty of time. These were sown all on the same day in January in one of our homemade propagator plastic bottles. As you can see, even though they're sown on the same day, they're all different heights. This is the strongest one. These will be sown in February. In here, we've got tomatoes, chilies, and aubergines. These are black cherry tomatoes, and they're already too big for this propagator because we can't close it. So we will be potting these on today into a little slightly bigger pot, and individual pots like these, and then we'll leave the chilies and the aubergines a bit longer till they've got some more true leaves, and then we'll do the same and put them back on the windowsill.
So even though we've sown ours in January and February, we're just eager and a bit bored, there's no reason why you can't start sowing or buying seeds and sowing them now. Last year was the first time we've sown our vegetables from seed, for the obvious reasons, and we've not started till end of March or beginning of April. So we managed to grow plenty tomatoes, especially because I panic sown them, and we had so many germinate that I had to give a few plants to each family member that lives nearby. So absolutely, don't worry, just get sowing and you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the fruits of your hard work.
I hope that was useful and you'll get sowing your own seeds. Let us know in the comments below what you started growing, and we'll see you in our next video.